Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're checking out the newest episode of Hawkeye. This is Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 4, and I really like this title a lot. Partners, am I right? I really like that title because I think it's referring to Kate in terms of her relationship she's trying to build with Clint. Because they used Episode 1 of the show to set up that young Kate was saved by Clint during the attack on New York, 2012, the Avengers. And then at the end of that episode, they meet for the first time, and she's wearing the Ronin suit. Like, crazy coincidences, all that kind of stuff, but it gets to that point. And then in episode 2, we see where she's trying really hard to, like, work with him and everything. Like, so what's the plan? What's next? We go into your secret bunker or whatever? It's like, no, we're not doing that, but she's trying to, like, have a bond with him because essentially her whole life changed because of the events in New York and then him particularly saving her. And then, of course, he got captured by the tracksuit mafia. He wanted to get captured, and then she busts through, falls through the roof with her suit on, the Kate Bishop suit, which is awesome, by the way. And then episode 3, they actually get to fight the bad guys together. And then also in episode 3, the last episode, we got officially introduced to Echo, even though she was teased at the end of episode 2. We got introduced to Echo, we see the backstory, and we see who we think is Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Because we get to kind of introduced, Uncle. Who's Uncle? There's a lot of debate. I think it's pretty obvious who it is. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm assuming that we're going to be seeing him soon. I don't know within this episode. I'm not really sure. They put out some sort of promo a couple days ago hinting at some new individual that's coming or whatever. Some person with some sort of mechanical mask or something. I'm not really sure. But basically wearing some blacked out gear. So that's obviously not Wilson Fisk, but I think we all know who that is too, based off of other things we've seen this year. So we'll see. A lot of things to look forward to, but overall, just in general, I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying how it started off pretty solid, but now it's actually gotten better as it's continued, and so I'm hoping that upward trajectory will continue with this show, because I feel like it deserves it, because I feel like Hawkeye, like I've said before, he is an underappreciated character, because people are like, oh, he's just a guy with a bow and arrow. It's like, yeah, but he's more than that in terms of his part of the team and part of the Avengers and his relationship with all the Avengers and all that, especially with Natasha and everything. And they've really, dived into that a little bit in terms of him watching the musical and having those flashbacks and kind of thinking back on all of that. And he's probably still not processed all of that. But anyway, so let's get into it now, guys, and let's see what they do with this episode of Hawkeye. I'm excited. Let's go.
And why is there an Avenger in my dining room?
Hi.
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
He's my partner.
We're not partners.
Partner. Partners, right?
Scrappers as friends.
See, CB1 has trouble opening up.
Nobody calls me CB1.
I'm just trying to help for a second. Probably some early childhood.
Yeah.
He thinks he doesn't tell me much. Can I see you out?
I'll get my coat, Jack.
Jack, and I saw the sword, by the way. He saw the sword.
Natasha Romanoff was pretty damn good at it, wasn't she?
Yes.
Being good isn't always enough to keep you alive.
Don't bring... Okay, come on.
But what I can do is ensure that your daughter stays safe. Okay?
He got the sword. That's important. He got the sword back.
Could you call me back, please? It's urgent.
Who were you calling?
Verschwinde nach mehr auf dem Gelände.
You mean the Rolex?
Yep. The watch. They're bringing back the watch.
To talk to you about Jack. Can we change the subject? You need to give him a break. Come on.
No, you don't.
I need your help.
Merry Christmas. She's actually smiling. Just kind of strange. Those are actually pretty good, by the way. But I don't know if they're really good for helping out wounds, but okay. Pizza!
Hey!
Oh my gosh. She brought pizza and pizza.
Talk about Sword Boy for a minute.
Sword Boy.
What do you mean? Have you ever heard of boomerang arrows?
What?
Boomerang arrows.
Why would I ever want to use?
So every stranger that I see, Hawkeye is full of bolts. Whoa.
That was awesome. She's like, what? Wait. Holy shit. That's awesome.
I'm sure.
It's just not a good story. Okay?
What's the story about the shot you didn't take?
Turns out I was right.
You mean Natasha?
Yeah.
You lost your family in the blip.
Mm-hmm. He sure did.
Half the world.
It's you, isn't it?
Yeah, he is the Ronin.
Everybody dealt with the blip in their own way.
Was the Ronin.
I can't go home until I fix it.
Makes sense. Silence. Oh. Oh, fuck you. Don't do that. Don't play this. Oh, shit. I didn't expect to see these people again, but here we are.
Hawkeye sent me here on official Avengers business. I'm his partner slash best friend, Kate. He
Best
said you guys
friend.
could help us out. One of you is a cop?
Trust a bro. Oh, shit. Oh, here's the gun.
You know what my boss wants. He's already done. Get it.
So you're concerned for the organization? And,
No, not really
my
concerned.
rank in it.
Just stop
What
hunting.
do you want?
Looking for this?
Mm.
Or maybe it's the box cutter under the seat. Let's get it done.
Yeah, they're not going to stop, though.
Knock my gun back?
No.
What do you think?
Not gonna lie, I look pretty good as a Viking.
Oh my gosh. Is she going to LARP now?
Next stage of play.
We're a guild.
A guild. There's a difference. Rolex. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's gone. Oh my gosh.
No. Don't get it.
Yeah, she's going in with the help in the bags.
What's to do with this giant bow problem?
I have a collapsible one.
Collapsible bow. Yeah, there's always an answer for problems like that.
Oh, what is that?
Clint, somebody is taking notes on your family.
Oh shit.
Clint Barton, wife, Laura, daughter.
It's Maya's apartment.
Oh.
Maya's on the roof with me.
No, Maya is definitely
Nope, she's right there. Oh.
Zip line.
Nice. Ooh. That was too close. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, I think we know who this is. Ooh. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's pretty obvious who that is. It's pretty obvious. Okay. I heard that noise. I'm thinking she didn't fall because we didn't hear the hit on the ground, but still. Oh, shit. They all got hit in the process, but... Ooh. Ooh! Oh, yeah, yeah.
Someone is hired. The Black Widow assassin.
That's more than that.
She's cutting very real. Very quickly.
Look, I know that tonight didn't go as planned, but I chose to be here. I understand the risk. I understand all of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. It's over.
It's not over, but damn. Ah, it's brutal. But I mean, this was gonna happen at some point. The falling apart, kinda. Another great episode of Hawkeye. Okay, we have a lot of things to talk about, but I want to mention this first because it's something that I was kind of hoping for at the end, but it's okay because we had that little reveal at the end there in terms of who was under that suit, which we were assuming who was wearing that blacked out gear. But there was a little bit of mention, a little tease, a little more of Uncle, who we're all assuming is Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, but we didn't get to see him. So I'm hoping the next episode they reveal who the boss is, because they made a point where Clint in the middle of the episode talking to the guy under Echo who actually knows the sign language, who can actually communicate with her, because everyone else in the Tracksuit Mafia just doesn't. They just try to find their own way, I guess, to kind of communicate with her, but... He says, you know, I know your boss doesn't like all this attention. Like, once again, bringing up the fact that this is not looking good for them, and this is going to come back to bite them in the ass. I mean, now the fact that at the end there, where they had that huge fight sequence between all four of them, is I thought for a minute, Echo maybe working with Yelena. Actually not, because at certain points they were hitting each other because they're both there for different reasons entirely, obviously. But, and it's kind of crazy. They're both going after Hawkeye for completely different reasons. Even though Echo doesn't know exactly yet that Ronin and Hawkeye, Clint, are one and the same. But she's going after him because of his involvement in everything and thinking he knows something, which he does. But it's kind of crazy. Like they're both fighting both of them, like Clint and Kate, like, for different reasons, and they're having to hit each other because they're getting in the way of each other. But I'm assuming since she got her ass beat basically by Yelena, and then also getting stuck with an arrow by Kate, that she's probably gonna have to go to Uncle. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe he's gonna go to them. We'll see. Oh my gosh, please let it be real, please. Okay. So overall, this is a really good episode. A lot more information in terms of where the story may be going with this, but what I liked most was that ending fight sequence at the end. It was so good. And what I liked was that Hawkeye had this all this planned out in terms of, okay, Kate, you're going to rappel down or whatever, you're going to get to the window, you're going to break in that way. She just helps this guy with his bags in the doorway. She was able to get in and then ride the elevator up. And then I'm thinking, okay, is this maybe like a secret hideout or something that Yelena has? Because I'm thinking that's Yelena who's in the blacked out gear. Because we know she's coming. I'm thinking, so maybe she found the watch, and then there's the names that she found right before he's getting attacked by Yelena on the roof, and then Maya shows up, Echo, and knocks Kate down, and then there's that fight. And then Clint's under the assumption that Echo's fighting him, but I don't know why he would think that. Maybe because he's under the assumption that it's her, because that's the only person that's been really going after them is the Tracksuit Mafia, and of course she's running it. But she's in all blacked out gear, Yelena, so why would he I don't know. I mean, he had no idea. He had no clue, because see, at the end of that fight, which was really, really good in terms of showing a lot of just like great whatever fighting styles they were doing, martial arts, whatever, but a really cool stunt work and everything. It was the fact that he said to Kate, this has gotten too real, because like towards the end, he cuts her down, because he was going to he's like, pull me back up, because she wants to continue fighting. He cuts the line, and she was able to fall down and not hurt herself too much. But it's the fact that he's under the assumption somebody hired a Black Widow to assassinate me. This is more real than I thought. And you're kind of right, but no, because actually this is really personal. And I feel this is going to get really interesting really quick, because with Yelena now officially going after Hawkeye, even though we've known this has been building up, that Yelena, there's going to be some sort of conversation between them, right? And how's that conversation going to go? It's a good question. I don't know, but man, it's looking pretty intense, especially the fact that it doesn't seem like she doesn't want to talk. But I like how we kind of figured that was Yelena, but we weren't sure. And then they had the gauntlet, that like electrical type device that hits Echo. At that point, it's pretty obvious it's Yelena. And also, too, and I looked this up online, too, after I finished recording the reaction portion. I was looking up to see people post about Yelena, because that was pretty cool, and people are like freaking out. Somebody pointed out that the style of her hair when she has her back to Kate kind of like looks like, and they showed a picture of Natasha having that same sort of bun style or whatever with her hair. People pointed out how she's doing it up the same as her sister. Maybe that's intentional. It probably is, because I mean that was the whole crux of why she is being told Hawkeye is to blame for Natasha's death. What actually, maybe she'll believe Hawkeye when they have that conversation. I'm hoping they do have that conversation, because they brought that up again about how he was the shot he didn't take, and when they were there talking about, you know, the best shots, all this kind of stuff. And he's like, the best shot is the one I didn't take, because he was sent to kill Black Widow and he couldn't do it. Changed the whole mood of Christmas night or Christmas movie marathon or whatever. And then it goes even further, because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting Kate to kind of put it together. I was expecting to go that typical trope where she finds out by somebody else, because maybe Echo finds out, and then she reveals it, and Kate finds out that way that he was Ronin. Or maybe the fact that Yelena found this out and then says it up on the rooftop or something to Kate. Yeah. And then Kate didn't take the shot. We had Clint earlier, as I was saying earlier, Clint didn't take the shot against Black Widow. Kate didn't take the shot against Yelena. Maybe that's setting up Kate and Yelena's relationship down the road, where they're going to have that kind of bond, kind of like how Clint and Natasha did. I don't know. That would be interesting, but I don't know. But yeah, interesting. She didn't take the shot. But she figures out and says, you were the one. You were Ronin. And then he kind of explained all this, because she figured out that he lost his whole family in the blip, and that was the opening of Endgame. that was what we saw. It was brutal. Your whole entire family. That's crazy. And I like the little scene, too, because we haven't seen much of them in the show, but I get it because of where they're at in terms of, they're not in New York. But him calling and talking to his wife, and then the kids are in the background, you get to see them a little bit more, where they're talking, and then she has to go into, I don't know what language she went into when she's asking about the anything else taken from Avengers Compound, and it was that watch. So that watch is important. People were bringing that up too in terms of how important is this watch, because that was the first episode. They were going after that watch. They found the watch. Echo, of course, had it. So what's on the watch exactly that would be very bad? I don't know. But this is exciting. A lot of stuff they're just bringing back and kind of tying it all in. We also had the opening too where Jack finds out, oh, you're an Avenger. Oops, I didn't mean to hold a sword to you, which, by the way, is the same. I think, it was the same sword that was Ronan's sword. So, of course, Clint got that back. I don't know if Jack knows that Clint stole it back, but I like the fact that they're all sitting at the table awkwardly and at the beginning, and she's like, yeah, we're partners, and, it's like, okay. It's like, I'm working on an Avengers level threat event. Like, that's what her mom assumed. And I feel her mom was out of place when she went to go talk to Clint. I understand why in terms of a mother, but she went too far. Because she's like, that's my daughter, and, she's not a hero. And he's like, yeah, I know. Trust me, I know she's not on the level of something like an Avenger. Yeah. But she's like, it happened to Natasha and everything. Like, just bringing up Black Widow's death and everything. It's like she's like, I know you lost people in your line of work, too. It's like, okay, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I get your point. You can make your point without having to bring up Natasha's death, because Clint is still dealing with that. And I feel like what they're trying to do is they're kind of trying to set up Jack and her mother to potentially being bad guys. And I think they actually are in the I know Jack's a bad guy in the comics. He's Swordsman. I think that's his name. But I think her mother's also evil too in the comics, I think. But I don't know what they're doing exactly, but I feel what they may be doing is setting up to where it's going to be kind of a twist. But they did reveal that Jack is running some sort of laundering company, or like laundering money or something. He's involved in some shit, so they got to get to dealing with that. Because Kate's like, okay, well, I guess we'll have to deal with my mom's soon-to-be new husband. I guess we'll take him out. So it's like, okay, we'll do that. It was really good. It was really good in terms of how they were handling certain aspects of the story, and having that giant fight at the end there. That was really, really cool to see that. And I'm just really happy that the show is kicking ass. I like the fact that the show is getting better. Like, I don't know if this was my favorite episode out of the 4 so far, but I will say that I feel like just after episode 1 with its, kind of rough start in some areas, but overall I was excited to see where it goes, and I think episode 2 was definitely better. Episode 3 is definitely better, and episode 4 definitely was better. So I feel like overall the show is getting better, and I feel like more and more people are talking about it, which is good, because, the first 2 episodes people were kind of mixed on it a little bit, but I'm glad that now with episodes 3 and now 4, that at least in terms of what I've been seeing early reactions online of people talking, is that it seems people are, excited. So I looked for a little bit and saw some people like really excited, like, this is awesome, it's awesome. I was like, okay, cool. So then I started the review up, and here we are. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with the show. We only have 2 more episodes. It's crazy that literally these Disney Plus shows only have a few episodes, but at the same time, it's better than a 2-hour movie. If they were to tell this version of a Hawkeye Kate Bishop story in a movie, it'd be not 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, 2:15. So the fact that we have roughly 5+ hours of content, roughly close to 6, if depending on the episode links. But the fact that we have a pretty decent amount of story here, way bigger than a movie. So I'll take that over a movie at this point in terms of how they tell certain stories. I still like the MCU films, but the shows were probably doing more in terms of giving us a bigger story. Depending on how we respond to the story is different, because it could be seen as some of it being filler. But we'll know. Who knows? Anyways, I'm done running at this point. What did you guys think of episode 4 of Hawkeye? I'm curious to know your thoughts. If I've missed out anything in particular, I'm trying to think, did I miss out anything? I don't think so. But anyways, whatever thoughts you have, guys, about episode 4 of Hawkeye, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.